minutes after 8 o'clock. Mighty 1630 KCJJ. It's now time for Uncle Tommy and the Kids Corner.
Don't call me Uncle Tom. We have the Clear Creek Amana High School Drama Department, or at least 3 of the actors here who are going to be in Newsies, the Broadway musical, and that's going to be April 24th through 26th at Clear Creek Amana. Now, thank you for coming in and doing radio this morning. It's like a live podcast. To explain it to you guys, I don't know if you have any idea what radio is. But it's like a TikTok, like a really long TikTok. So, first of all, are you guys getting out of school to do this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. Nice. I don't know if it was like a first period study hall situation or what.
You want us to keep you till 11?
I would love that.
Yeah, it's going to be a really long interview. Get back in time for lunch. So I don't know much about Newsies. You'll have to explain. First of all, why don't you introduce yourselves and who you're playing in Newsies? Start on the left here.
My name's Sina Thomas, and I'm playing Finch, who's a newsie.
I'm Andrew Talaska. I play Romeo, who's also a newsie.
And my name is Soraya Sherman, and I play Crutchy, which is one of the lead Newsies.
Okay. Now, I know that there was a movie called Newsies that Disney did. Was that based on a musical, or is the musical based on the film?
The musical is just like a Broadway adaptation of the movie, which is from the 90s, but it's actually based on a true story.
And I have to admit, I don't even know the plot of it. I know like when it's set or anything. I know it's set probably like the 20s, maybe something like that.
It's like 1890.
I think it's like the turn of the century.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was only off by like 20 years.
Yeah.
And what exactly is the plot?
So it's based off a true story. Yeah, like I said, like in 1900, where the newsboys of New York City, like Midtown Manhattan, went on strike because they upped the price of the papers. The main villain or antagonist is Joseph Pulitzer, who is a real person. He owned the World newspaper, and like you might know from the Pulitzer Prize. So he upped the price of papers, and the newsboys couldn't live off that, so they strike. And yeah, it's kind of just about them reclaiming their power. Mm-hmm. And, there's also a little love story too that they added in, but most of the main characters are loosely based off of real people, but yeah.
Yeah, it's just their journey throughout overcoming.
I know it's based on Pulitzer, obviously was a real person, but the other characters are also based on real people, right? In real events.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the main character, Jack Kelly, is loosely based off the strike leader. I'm not sure what his real name was. What was it?
I don't know.
And then, yeah, the rest of the newsboys are like, I'd say they're loosely based off of like
just like their personalities, I guess.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And they were probably ages, I would say like
10 to 18.
10 to 18. So they were really young kids just trying to support their families.
Mm-hmm.
Which back then, working at age 10 or 12 or something like that was totally normal.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it could be again, depending on the current laws in the legislature. We'll save the political talk for later on that one. Now, I don't know where is this going to be taking place. Not well, that's interesting too. New York City, I would assume.
Yes.
Where will you be performing this? I know Clear Creek Amana has schools like all over the place.
Mm-hmm. So the high school is in.
It'll be at the high school? Okay.
Yeah, it'll be at the high school, yeah.
It's in Tiffin.
Tiffin. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was telling these guys off the air that I was bringing my brother back from the airport the other night, and we drove by the new elementary school. It's right off I-380. He was like, wow, Clear Creek Amana is really expanding over here. I'm like, yeah, pretty much North Liberty now.
Basically.
Yeah, our district's getting really big. There are tons of kids coming in. They just built a new elementary, East Ridge, up by Costco. So it's kind of exciting to see the district grow, and it means more people will be coming to the show. So that's really exciting.
Yeah. Weren't there recent renovations, or maybe even they built a new high school, something like that, in the last couple of decades or so?
Yeah, like the high school, the middle school was the high school,
Okay.
and then they built the high school. Yeah.
So you have like a nice facility to conduct this.
Yes, we have a really nice performing arts center.
We're very grateful for what we have.
It's awesome.
Where does funding for something like this come from? I guess I've never really thought about that. Is it just general school funds? Or?
Yeah, it's school funding, and then we have a bunch of donors and people that contribute and give donations, like community members and stuff like that. But a lot of it comes from like district funding. And we are really lucky to have really great backdrops and be able to get really cool sets. And we have an awesome lighting director this year. We've got some really cool lights going on.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
How many people are involved in production? Like how many actors, for example, behind-the-scenes people?
Like around 60, I think so.
Yeah, like 50 or 60 actors.
Our biggest one we have, supposedly, yeah.
The biggest cast in CCA history. Mm-hmm. And then behind the scenes, I'd say we have 3 awesome directors, 3 awesome choreographers, and then
3 light.
maybe like 4 lighting people, and then a few. Actually, which is interesting, the Newsies in the cast, we are kind of the crew this year. We move all the sets.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's a interactive element of the show, but we do have like maybe 1 or 2 other like people that help move sets.
Yeah.
And then I'm actually part of the hair and makeup design team. There's a few of us.
Yeah.
So there's different aspects of this as well. Like, for example, you wouldn't think hair and makeup design. You just think, when you think of getting into the drama, you think acting. But there are other elements where you can
Definitely.
pick up key skills and do a lot of learning on the job, kind of.
Yep.
It's part of like the IHSMA, Iowa High School Musical Theater Association. We do these like groups. Like this is, this right now is like a
The
marketing
marketing group.
a marketing group, and I'm personally part of the hair and makeup group. I'm the like designer, so I like designed all the makeup and hair and made it like period accurate, looked at like the historical aspect of that, and also what's possible to do within our show, like how we can make quick changes work for people
With
that play
limited
multiple
timing.
characters. Yeah, and I think Soraya, are you part of the social media team?
Yeah, part of the marketing social media broadly is like there's groups of people controlling the Instagram, the TikTok, just putting out the musical as much as possible. And I am a part of the TikTok, but it's been fun because we get to joke around a little bit.
What
Yeah.
are the Instagram and TikTok accounts? Is it the Clear Creek Amana High School Drama Department? Is it something else?
I think it's cca.theater for TikTok, and
Yeah,
then
we have CCA.theater, and then we have, like, I think it's just CCA_theater on Instagram.
For Instagram.
So,
Yeah.
Okay. Or just look for Clear Creek Amana Theater, maybe.
yeah.
Yeah, go check our pages
Anything.
out.
Check that out. Very cool. Now, what are the performances? I mentioned the dates, but like specifically like time, stuff like that.
Times. On Thursday we have at 7 p.m. On Friday we also have at 7 p.m. And on Saturday we do have 2 shows, one at 2 p.m. and the other one at 7 p.m.
Yeah,
That's
those are
this
two-
weekend.
matinee.
This
This
weekend,
weekend.
24th through
24th.
26th.
Yes.
Where can people find out more, like Facebook and things like that? Where it's, I mean, we've already mentioned the Instagram and the TikTok.
Yes.
Yeah, Facebook, and it might be on like, I don't know, for the CCA
The
newsletter.
CCA
you might be
website
able to
as well.
find it on
You
the
can look it up
website.
there.
CCA just on Facebook.
Yep.
Yes.
And where do you buy tickets? Just get them at the door?
There's a link.
Oh, there's a link. Okay.
There's
It
a-
would be on the website. It's through Bound, if you know what that is.
Oh, Bound. You mean like this? I use that for sports scores
Yep.
and stuff
Yes,
like that. I
it's
didn't
the
know
exact
that.
same website.
So, yep.
You could use that for drama and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess it is. Now that I think about it, when I go through that site, I do see a lot of it says just high school activities.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
So that's right. Yeah, Bound is a great website.
It's great.
Yeah, it is. It's amazing.
It's great stuff. Anything else you guys would like to add or let our listeners know before they head into the weekend?
Just come and see the show. We've worked really hard, and it's a really visually awesome show because it's super dance heavy. We've had to do a lot of work with the cast because not everyone is like a dancer or knows has had experience. So we've worked a lot with people's skills. I helped choreograph a little bit personally. We have an awesome choreographer who's an elementary teacher, so she spends a lot of time with us, and her own kid is in the cast. But yeah, it's a really awesome show, and it's really powerful, and I think it has to do a lot with the current state of the world and just like
There's lots of deeper meanings, I would say, throughout the musical that could be brought into today's light.
Themes that can translate
Definitely.
to modern day.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think it's super powerful
Very.
and relevant, very relevant. And we worked really hard on it, so yeah, come see the show.
would love to come
24th
see you
through
guys.
Of
26th.
course, we have a personal interest because it's a media event. It's about the media, and we are also
Yes.
the media. Although we're not, I would not watch a musical about radio people.
Bound means something far different to me.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, if you do a musical about radio people, I don't think there's going to be a lot of dancing in it. Probably not. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate you guys driving out here, and you can pretend to stay longer. If you don't want to get back to class right away, we'll just say we had an off-air interview or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Taped her for later. Thanks, guys. Clear Creek Amana High School Drama Department again. Newsies this weekend. It starts Thursday night. You can go to just look for Clear Creek Amana High School Drama on social media or theater, and get more information.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
thank
much.
Thanks,
so
guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Mighty 16.